Hi, this video is Narcissism is Good. I decided to do this video because I have been accused of being narcissistic 2 times that I can think of off the top of my head because of YouTube videos. First time, it was from somebody who I know to be a fundamentalist Christian. I know that because this person Facebook friended me, and then I wrote on my Facebook status because I was like, I don't know, stoned and in a sense of humor. I've been thinking about Jesus lately, his sweaty muscles and his hair flowing in the wind, and he got all pissed off at me, calls me for an hour and a half, screaming and yelling at me, telling me that I wanted to stick my dick up his ass or whatever, and then he unfriended me, but then he friended me again. But then he started giving these comments on my workout videos. Whenever I comment on a workout video, it gets posted on Facebook. And he's like, narcissistic much? And then he said something else nasty, so I unfriended him. But then, a couple of weeks ago, on one of my exercise videos, somebody goes, "You totally suck, you're so out of shape, oh my God, you old man, I'm only 20 years old, I'm way better shape than you." So I go, "Well, if you are, then show me, upload a video." And he goes, "I'm not narcissistic like you." So I think that's going on in the minds of a lot of people, and maybe that's why they don't film themselves on YouTube, or they don't even share themselves at all on YouTube. They don't use their real names. You don't know what their name is, where they're from, how old they are, no picture of them, no videos. And it could be this thing, the fear thing, about being afraid of being labeled narcissistic or thinking that narcissism is bad. And that's actually something that I've puzzled over since I was 8 years old, is how people would become upset with you for saying good things about yourself. I remember when I was a kid and I started skiing when I was 8 and 9, started skiing, and I was like, "Oh man, I love skiing, man. I'm so good. I love the moguls, man, just bouncing off those moguls." And people would be like, "Shut up, dude, you think you're so cool." And then my parents would be like, "Yeah, don't talk about yourself." And I was like, "What? You're not supposed to talk about yourself? Why would you not want to brag about yourself?" And it's kind of like something goes into, I guess it's an emotion that I can kind of relate to a little bit, that if somebody's saying good things about themselves, it means that they're putting you down. But if you have that emotion, then you should get rid of that emotion. Emotion is useless. That emotion is invented from the evil forces. The devil. That's devil energy right there. It's just designed to, it's just part of the whole shame program of trying to make people, disempower people from themselves. Make them only... And I should do a video where what I think about fundamentalist Christians, because it does go into the whole... The way I look at fundamentalist Christians is that fundamentalist Christians of today are pretty much how everybody was 300, 400, 500 years ago. They deify Jesus, and the Muslims, would deify their Muhammad, and that's the person who you worship, who you look up to, who you try to be like, and you don't ever go against anything they said or them themselves or anything. And along with that, you have to always be pushing yourself down and keep yourself worthless. Original sin. We are all guilty until proven innocent. Ever since Eve ate the apple from the garden, that's when we had to put clothes on, and that's when the human body is a bad thing, and you have to keep the body clothed, or else you're going to burn in hell for all of eternity. You can't have premarital sex, you're going to burn in hell for all of eternity. And then the narcissism comes into it. And the word narcissism comes from this kid, it's a Greek legend of a kid who is the most beautiful kid in the land, and he was so beautiful he liked to look at himself. And he was looking at himself in a lake, in a perfectly clear lake, and he saw himself, and he hypnotized himself, and he fell in the lake and drowned because he didn't know how to swim, or because he was too entranced by himself, he forgot to swim and he died. And so therefore you shouldn't be narcissistic because you don't want the same thing to happen to you what happened to Narcissus. And so basically, moral of the story is don't look at yourself. Don't cherish yourself. Don't say anything good about yourself, or you're a narcissist. And that's bad. That doesn't make any sense. It does, however, make sense if the agenda is to disempower you. Oh, good job, John. You did such a good job on this sword. Oh, no, it wasn't the work of me. I'm nothing. I guess God allowed the sword. The Lord allowed the sword to be made. You're not allowed to own anything. And so it percolated down, and we had this mentality of nobody being able to own anything with serfdom. Never could own your land, work 6 days a week and on your Lord's land, and on the seventh day you get to work on your own land, which isn't really your land. It's just so that you can feed yourself enough so you don't die. Paying the Pope money in order to go to heaven. I can understand that, though. There was, maybe that wasn't all bad. They wanted the money to build St. Peter's, but, merit for building such a St. Peter's, it could have been. But that kind of mentality. And narcissism is good. Number one, if you're going to, in this day and age, we really should be explaining ourselves, just like labeling somebody, ooh, narcissist, and then expecting everybody to agree with you. You're not going to gain any friends that way. Stupid people are becoming less and less. The groups of stupid people are getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and calling somebody a name on YouTube doesn't make that person you're calling a name look stupid. It makes you look stupid. From now on, if you don't like what somebody's doing, you really should explain yourself. And I would love to hear somebody explain themselves about what's wrong with narcissism, or what's wrong with uploading videos of yourself, working out on YouTube. For me, I do it so that I have a record for me to break. I can look on my computer and see how many I did, and then I try and break that. It motivates me to push hard. And also, I'd like to see other people do the same thing so I can try and beat them, and then people are welcome to try and beat me. Unfortunately, 95% of the time they just get angry with me and tell me that they could beat me, but they're not. But it's not worth it to them to prove it to me, Which kind of gives me the idea. I did look at the profile of one of these people who said that, and they said they did put their age, 14 years old, and all of their favorites were like Green Day videos and stuff. So, but that's a good thing. Looking at yourself in the mirror all day long, doing what Narcissus did. It's a good thing. If you can cherish yourself and think that you're beautiful, you're going to be more likely to think that everybody else is beautiful, and you're going to cherish them as well, and we're all going to cherish each other. If you're constantly getting angry with people for saying good things about themselves because it puts you down, you're going to have more of a trouble doing that with yourself, looking at yourself and thinking that you're beautiful and wanting to say positive things about yourself, because you're going to expect somebody else to say that to you and put you down, and then you're going to identify that because that's what you do with other people, and it's going to make you feel bad. And one of the main things about being human is expressing, and one of the main things about any religion actually is expressing beauty, and cherishing beauty and appreciating beauty. Art is, there's always been religious art that's beautiful. Creating it. Buddhist monks create sand paintings that they just blow away. The whole purpose of it is to make it in there, so they're cherishing and appreciating the beauty that they make. And it's the same thing with yourself. I bet you there's tons of fundamentalist Christian sermons out there who are like denigrating like bodybuilding, for example. Oh, these people, they're only caring about themselves. But they don't know that the human body is ephemeral and the real beauty is God. That's like coming That's like taking a vacation, a surfing vacation in Mexico, and staying in your hotel room watching American sitcoms the whole time. If you're going to come down to the earth, you should experience earthly things and enjoy your body. You don't. That's what being human and living on this earth is all about. It's about having a body, living in a body, and trying to make your body healthy and beautiful, and and also the communication and cherishing other people's contributions to the world and communicating. And narcissism, the word saying narcissism has a bad connotation, but it shouldn't. I don't understand how it has a bad connotation at all. That would be cool if somebody could, put a comment on my video and, who disagrees with me and say, give the reasons, but I don't think they have a reason. They would just say something like Kyle's butthole stinks or something like that. They would, I want to fuck Kyle. He's a homophobic homosexual or something like that, It's like, try to explain. But I don't think they have an explanation. It's just the whole agenda of taking our power away from us. You make people afraid of pumping themselves up or their group up, their tribe. They're not going to stand up against the oppressive lord or the empire or all the rules that the society puts on you, limitations, and they're just gonna go, if we do anything if we celebrate, the Shire Day, day of our village, the birthday of the first child born this year, or something like that, then that's narcissism, or let's all, get naked and paint our bodies the colors of flowers and run through the fields, Ooh, narcissism. Don't do that. You must keep yourself down. Original sin. This is hell. Earth is hell. Everything earthly is hell. The body is hell. Separate from reality. And I don't relate to that. So, and cherishing the beauty of your body allows you to and gives you the motivation to make your body more beautiful and more healthy. And that is not the goal, to try to have healthy bodies and, beautiful bodies that aren't eyesores to each other. So yeah, if anybody wants to try to explain to me what the problem, what's wrong with, if there's anything wrong with narcissism, maybe you've got an idea about it that I overlooked, because there's nothing wrong with putting videos of yourself. You're not going to be narcissist if you do that. If you put videos of yourself working out, you're not narcissistic enough. It's like, so being, according to that person, it's bad if you put videos of yourself working out, but it's perfectly fine to go and tell somebody that that they suck and that they're totally out of shape and that they shouldn't be uploading videos of themselves working out and that you're like way better than them. And it's like, maybe, so it's kind of like people like in the mire, in the mud, playing around in the mud, and they get lonely there and they want to bring everybody else down with them. So just get out of the mud, You're the only one who can get yourself out of the mud. So narcissism is good. Cherishing beauty and cherishing beauty starts with yourself. Starts with loving yourself. Okay, so that's it. Narcissism is good.